My name is Tam Songdog. I was one of the head makeup artists for season 2. I would say that as far as makeup goes, the most difficult definitely had to be Beast, Nightcrawler, and Colossus, definitely. Beast's makeup, it was a prosthetic that I designed and cast, and then we did the hair laying. We had to hair lay almost every time. It's definitely one of the most complicated makeups I've ever done. Nightcrawler, it just had a lot of layers. Once we got it down to a science, we really didn't have too much issue with it. Tyler was a dear about it. Colossus was always a challenge because it was so much skin covered and it was a metallic substance. It was so difficult to make sure you covered all the skin areas, and then of course you had to try to make the lines look like they were contouring with the muscle and also meeting up on the other side. So that was definitely a challenge, but it was fun. They were all wonderful. Every single one of the people that we did makeup for, total troopers. I think my favorite little makeup that I did had to be Mojo, which was the only foam prosthetic on the for season 2.
Did you do Mojo's hair?
I did Mojo's hair, the headdress that kind of comes off his head, and then I did the foam prosthetic, and I added the wires and the underlayer to the wires so that he would have the stretched smile look and the eyes always open look. And then of course we matched the face, his face and his arms to the pre-existing costume, and had to cover up his arm tattoo because he had a great big black arm tattoo on his shoulder. Well, we worked a tiny bit on Beast's outfit, just getting the fur under pieces for scenes where he had ripped shirts and you could see underneath. I did a lot of mending. I made the tails for Azazel and Nightcrawler, young and old, and their tails went through a lot, so I made them and then I fixed them up fairly regularly. And of course I made my own costumes for both, for everything actually, for the Gypsy, for Callisto, for Scarlet Witch. I made my own costumes, and I supplied random costume elements for the extras in the scenes where I was on set that day. Oh, Lord, that's a hard one. That's really a hard one. I think I looked better as Scarlet Witch. They're both very complex characters, and I really identify with both of them. I think that I like Scarlet Witch as, you know, as a character and as an outfit, and she spends a lot more time in the sun. But Callisto always has a place in my heart as the tough love leader of people who have no other place to turn to. Well, you know, it's not that, it's just what I think of first, because when you're going on the set, your first priority is, okay, what makeup do I need? And then once you're on set, that's when you think about, okay, this is the director, how do I need to deal with this situation, how do I anticipate that decision, that kind of thing. And some people were easier to anticipate than others and work with, you know, the dynamic was closer to how I would have done it than with others. But for the most part, my focus was the makeup and trying to make the makeup look as best quality as I can. You know, and sometimes that's not easy given time constraints or budget restraints or, you know, supply limits. It's been an interesting experience. You do what you can with the time and materials you have, and you hope for the best.